Hello, this video is also about Korn, but it's especially how the inspiring granular engine works and how to use it. If you only want to hear sounds and presets first, I recommend the walkthrough Korn Deluxe Sounds and Presets. Okay, again, Korn is a Kontakt-based granular engine that delivers unique and inspiring results. It works as a sample one-shot player, as well as a looper and a granular engine with beautiful cloud textures with up to 5 grains running simultaneously. As a source, you can fall back on an included library of over 150 carefully selected samples from the complete CI library, but you can also simply drop your own samples onto Korn. Okay, in this video we want to see how Korn Deluxe works, so it's best to start from scratch. You go to the library tab and there you find the reset button where you can reset the entire engine of Korn. Okay, some words to the navigation. In the upper section of Korn you find 3 symbols. There is the infinite symbol, which means that Korn continues to play even when you're releasing keys. There's the button to enter the engine, to enter the preset area. And when you're releasing these keys, you're coming to the main page where you find the preset name. There's an option to add this preset to your favorite list. You can recall another preset randomly by this button. And there are 4 slots where you get the option to modulate all parameters of the engine by using the mod wheel. Okay, let's go to the engine area to explain how Korn exactly works. I think a good way is to explain it by dropping a sample, and we have this library which comes along with Korn and it's divided into several categories: household, miscellaneous, percussion, play along, and there are single notes. And I think the best way is to get a sample from this play along. Maybe I am going to choose this guitar teleclose. This is actually a Telecaster playing some notes. Okay, what means what? I have this function in the top corner here. It's called root. If this is set to auto, Korn automatically selects the root key from the sample. But I can change it manually, either as a single note or as octaves. Okay, let's change it. Let's make it sound a little bit higher. Yeah, that's cool. This is the playing direction. It's normal or reversed, and this is the playing mode. There's granular engine or just the sample player. So you can play just the sample reversed. If you select granular playing mode, 3 further options appear here. The number of grains is here, from 1 to 5, and if you press edit, you can simply set the pitch and the playing direction for each grain in relation to the above set direction. Okay, let's select 2 grains, for example. Then there's a slider which sets the gap width or the grain distance. This also gives the tempo. There are 3 different tempi. There is free, which is stepless. There is synced, which is synced to the host. And random, which gives a random distance. And beside there's another slider. In this slider sets the grain start point variation. This slider lets you avoid the machine gun effect by just vary the start point of the grains. Okay, let's select, for example, the tempo to synced. Let's select just 1 grain. Setting to fix, it's the same as a looper. Okay, let's adjusting the tempo. Faster. And going back again. So now let's move the start point slider. And by increasing, the start point varies more and more. Decrease it again, it is coming back to the original start point. Okay, here I now have known editing option, starting with the envelope, which is important especially for the grains. As you can hear right now, the grain gets smoother. Here are some shaping tools. There's a chorus. Here you find something special. The higher the chorus is set, the more the grains are spread to left and right. There's a tape simulation. There's a drive option. There's a high pass. There's a mid boost slider. There's a low pass. There's a blur option, which actually is a chain of several delays. There's a feedback for it, and there's a delay, and there's a reverb with several types of reverb as well as several delay times. So let's continue shaping the sound. Maybe I just select 2 grains, and yeah, it's fine. And now you can hear this typical granular cloud texture sound. To give you even more options, we have decided to add a wavetable synthesizer to it. We have included several wave types. Now let's select a sine wave, and you can now hear the smooth sine. Let's turn it octave down, and now you get a very nice low sound underneath your cloud texture. This can also be nice if you have a very noisy sound and you need some tonal sounds. So let's select maybe a record vinyl sound. And you now hear what I was talking about. You have this noisy, crispy sound, and the wavetable just doing the tonal work. Okay, now let's just drop another sample. Okay, this is a kalimba play, and don't forget to set the root key. Okay, now let's try to change the sound again. Reduce the blur, reduce reverb, delay. Maybe also just put the wavetable a little bit out of it. And now you hear, by adjusting more and more, the sound changes immediately. And don't forget to set the root key, so you have the right key for playing in your music. Okay, now let's change the playing direction, and I think it's better to use another sample, maybe a single note. Just a Glockenspiel maybe. Again, just define your root key. Okay, adjusting the start point. And now you get this typical reversed sound. Just adjusting the parameters, playing around with the start point, the amount of grains. Just that you hear what is changing if I play around with all the parameters. Okay, let's change the sample again. Don't forget to set the root key. Okay, another one, maybe a Rhodes. Adjusting the start point. Okay, let's change the amount of grains, reduce the reverb. Okay. Let's add the wavetable, and now you hear a very smooth sound. It sounds completely different than minutes before. It's really amazing. Okay. Okay, I select another sample. This is just a piano. Better to play the piano in the sampler mode. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the modulation matrix of the main page. Let's select a good sample for it. Okay, this is a nice one. You have a very nice filter movement inside the sound, which fits very well to the start point automation. Okay, now let's change the sound again. Like an arpeggiator. Okay, short. Maybe the decay, yeah. Okay, getting in the right direction. By changing the start point, you get a rhythmical variation. It sounds also interesting. Okay, now let's automate the start point so that I can go over the filter movement just by using the mod wheel. Yeah, you see, by moving the mod wheel, the start point moves. Nice. So let's get some further parameters. So we the decay. Let's make the sound shorter. Yeah, interesting. But I have to adjust it. It comes too late. I just want the sound more sustained when the filter is down. Okay. Another parameter, maybe I will increase the reverb amount. And yeah, okay. I changed the tempo. So I changed the gap width. Okay. Okay, yeah, funny. I just randomly changed the parameters, and this is the result. Okay, what about changing the sound again? With this automation setting. Okay, let's try another sound. A little bit boring. Maybe it's better to get a play along sound. Yeah, it works. It's that easy. But it's also a nice way just to use the presets and look how they work and what kind of parameter setting they have or what kind of automation they have, and just play along with all the parameters, and so you get to know more and more to Korn and to the functionality of Korn and how Korn behaves and yeah, and how Korn works in the end. Okay, that's it for now. I hope I was able to show you the basic functionality of Korn. See you next time, and thank you for watching.